So now we come to something called text formatting, or not formatting, but data types. I think you would have studied in your college that everything
Yes, sir.
is type. So even in Excel, this data type is relevant. Mainly, we will set the data types. Mainly, the Excel will at times automatically set the data types based on the data, but you also have to do it manually at times. So, for example, here it is April, May, April, May. There is no data type. This is showing general. So I might want to do it as a date, right? So you see, it is not taking it as a date. It is still, I can not, I'm not getting anything out of it. So if it is a date, proper date data type, my system will consider it as a proper date. So let me just try to see if some format works. So you see now, so as soon as I put April 25 here, it automatically considered it as fourth So month is coming first, DD, and YYYY. This is the format it automatically takes because it is a date format. If I put it as general, right, and now I will try to put it as April 25, you see some other format comes. Okay. And suppose if I go here and I write 1 May like this, again, some different thing is coming, and 1st of May. In this case, it doesn't take a data type. What it means is that this is being considered as date for you. This is being considered as date for you, but this is not being considered as date. Although if you even if you have set the format as date, but you are making an entry which is not compatible with the date format, your sheet will not consider it as a date.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what is the benefit of doing this? The benefit of doing this is that you can do mathematical operations on top of it. Okay. Similarly, something which is numeric. So right now it is general. So if I will try to make it numeric, I can go over here. I can make it a number, right? In this also I have options whether I want to have trailing in decimal zeros or not. So either I can increase them or decrease them as the case may be, right? Similarly, I can add this particular thing to make it a amount. Okay. And when I make it a amount, automatically you can see the in million format, the commas are added. Okay. Similarly, percentage, right? So for example, if I write something like is equal to 50 out of 100, right? So if I'm writing 50 out of 100, it is showing 0.5. But if I want to show it as a percentage, I can click on this sign and this will show me as a percent. So 0.5 is 50%, right? So at times in your data, you are asked to show something in a percent format. How much percent of something is shown to be shown, right? So there you can make it percent like this. So these are some common numbering formats. You can see that we have got too many things over here also. We have general, we have numbers, we have currency, we have accounting data, dates, and within the dates also we have got multiple formats. Okay. This particular drop down shows your basic formats available. So this is so this format is your date format, but I can also put it a long date. So if I put it as a long date format, it will come like this. Friday, April 25, 2025. But from where this long date format is coming, it is coming from here. So these are some predefined date formats I have with me. And actually, if you want, you can customize them as well. But we have already got plenty of them. So I can keep it like this. So my date will show like this. If I change, go over here, do more number formats, make it like this. It will add a 00 because I did not add a time to it. So at times you might have a field in which both date and time are there. In those scenarios, you will have to use this kind of format. Again, it can be AM, PM format or 24 hours format. Both things are possible. Okay. So these are the number formatting. Text, we will keep this as general. General will automatically adjust to your data type if you have put in the right value, right? So for example, if I write 00000 and 1, it will automatically show me 1. Why? because in maths, you in numbering, you cannot put anything before a number, right? It doesn't make any sense. But say if I want to show it, right? So then normally what we do in Excel is we put a backtick and then show 00000001. So this is one way of showing it, and then I can go here and mark it as text, right? So now this becomes my text. I don't know if I remove it, if anything will happen or not. It should happen, right? So now you see why this has come now, because this data type is text. Otherwise, it will not come. Anything before one will not come. One more important feature of Excel is it autofill, right? Suppose I have written 1 2 here. Once I select this entire cell, you can see this particular part of this cell has a highlighted dot. If I click here, again my icon changes. If I drag it down, my entire series will be automatically filled. Okay. Suppose I had written 1 and 3 and 5. So I should get a list of odd numbers without making any changes. Okay. So it is able to read the pattern from your data, and it is able to extrapolate that pattern. Okay. So for example, if I will try to extrapolate this pattern, it should get all ones. But if I make it 2 here and then try to extrapolate it, the series will automatically come. The pattern should be clear. Okay, if the pattern is not clear, it is a problem. So again, I can do this even for such things. Let's try for this. You see, it is able to even understand that in this cell, although this is considered as data, but the pattern is where my numbers are increasing, and it is able to extrapolate this in this manner. Okay, so we use this a lot whenever we have a series of data. Okay, if we don't have a series of data, we cannot use it. Now, one thing I had already shown you. Okay, now suppose I want to add a cell, right? Basically, I want to achieve something like this. Okay, where I want to insert something here. So one is copy paste or control C paste, that is you can do, or we can right click and try to insert. So see what it's saying, right? So because this entire sheet has some data in it, it is not simply able to add columns like that. So it is saying that, okay, shift cells right. So it will shift these cells to the right and insert something here. It is saying shift cells down. So these 4 cells will be shifted down and some new 4 cells will be inserted here. It says entire row. So entire row will be added and entire column will be added. So all these options are there. So if I simply do entire column, it is as good as adding an entire column, but I did not want to do it. So this is not work with me. If I say insert and I want to insert entire row, again, this doesn't work for me because the other data is getting, what you say, corrupted or manipulated. I don't want that. I just want these 4 things to move. So I can see shift cells right. So only this part of the data will move to the right. Remaining will remain as it is. And here I can make a new 01, new 02, and so on. Into formatting rules or conditional formatting rules. I had shown you one kind of conditional formatting rule. You can actually have anything, right? Text contains. I can write text contains new. And I can choose custom format also from here. I can say which font you want to use. Okay, I don't want to bother about the font. Numbering ka nahi hai, I would just want to change the fill. So let's make it light blue, right? So only this data will change. So when you will explore this thing, you will get a lot of things available. Even you can create these data bars. Uh, so suppose I want to show them as data bars. I can go here. I can just click on this. So you see, it will take this entire range. It will understand from this range which is the highest value, which is the lowest value, and basis that it will fill the bars on it. Okay, so in a very simple way, you can see the 475 is the 465 is the least value over here. 475 is the highest. This 550 is the highest value, or 490 is the highest value over here. Okay, We can do one more thing over here. We can just manage rules, and I will just delete this rule. One more thing that we have is called color scales, right? So yeah. So this color scale is what? It is automatically again doing the same thing. It is reading this entire data that I had selected. It knows that 590 is the highest. It knows 465 is the least. And in the color scale of green to red, in which yellow is a medium scale thing, it will automatically fill the colors with different shades. And you can also modify this rule. You can come here, manage rules, and I want to edit it. So I will go here. So if you want to use some different color for this, you can do that also. You want to do it a different color for this, you can do it for also. So maybe highest I want to keep it as this, and least I want to keep it like some different color. I just want to use this kind of a scale, I can do that. So depending upon what is your color preference, you can use. These kind of formattings are very useful when we are working with data. If especially if you have a large set of data and you want to figure out quickly what is where the highest values are, where the lowest values are, this is important. These are normally called as heat maps. Okay. So if I had data like this also, this heat map I have not created, I'm just showing it to you. So for example, it is average precipitation by a decade. So if you had this kind of data with you, you could have selected this entire data and put the rule on top of it. Okay. So easily you can see which are the lowest ones, which are the highest ones. It makes data visualization easy. I hope this is about formatting.